absolutely huge, game-changing news for Bitcoin today, as we have just a raft of giant adoption stories coming out of the Bitcoin conference, including big country-level adoption news as well as massive retail adoption news, as it seems that Shopify will be integrating with the Bitcoin Lightning Network. We're breaking all that down for you in today's video. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. If you like that topic, if you like to stay up to date with what is happening in this fast-moving cryptocurrency industry, then a little tap on the thumbs up button to let me know you appreciate that kind of content, well, would be greatly appreciated by me. So thank you very much for taking a quick second to do that. By the way, right now, Unstoppable Domains is having a limited time offer to celebrate their integration with the blockchain.com wallet, which has over 80 million users. If you buy $40 worth of their NFT-based domain names, you will get $40 in free credits to buy even more sweet NFT domain names. Now, if you're not familiar with Unstoppable Domains, basically allows you to route your payments to a human-readable address. So if you want to get a Bitcoin payment, you just say, hey, send that money to john.bitcoin. Or maybe you want to get an NFT domain to flip. You know, you buy beer.crypto thinking that's probably going to be worth some money in the future. Anyway, no matter what you want to get your NFT domain for, if you use that link down below in the description, you'll be eligible for that $40 in free credits after making $40 worth of purchases. Now let's get into the news. So, starting off with the Shopify news, which is absolutely massive, obviously. So it has been announced that the Strike app, which is a Bitcoin Lightning Network application, is integrating with Shopify. Now, this is very big news because Shopify is a pretty gosh darn big deal. It's a big e-commerce platform. Now, they've actually written 1.7 billion here. It's actually 1.7 million, not billion, businesses. Still 1.7 million businesses, a heck of a lot of businesses using the platform. I mean, Shopify is one of the biggest online e-commerce platforms, basically helping manage a whole wide range of online storefronts. And these 1.7 million businesses are going to be able to start using Shopify to accept Bitcoin payments. There's a lot of good reasons why a company, an online shop, would want to accept Bitcoin payments. One, you avoid the 2 to 3% that's charged by the credit card company, so immediately more money going into the merchant's pocket. And there's no chargebacks. Once you get that Bitcoin into your wallet, that's your Bitcoin, man. That's your Bitcoin, which helps reduce the fraudulent nature of online credit payments that a lot of online storefronts have to deal with. Now, even though the Shopify news is probably getting the most press in terms of people's excitement, they also made some big other partnerships. The Strike guys did. So that's, again, the Bitcoin Lightning Network application here. So they also teamed up with NCR, which manages the software for a huge amount of the point of sale systems, ATMs, and check processing systems in the USA. Now, a point of sale system, that's when you walk into a store and you tap or swipe or insert your credit card. These guys, chances are, if you've done that, you've used NCR's software at some point, probably multiple times a week, realistically. These guys have integrated with Strike as well, so now this opens the door for basically any point of sale system anywhere to start accepting Bitcoin Lightning payments. Bitcoin Lightning, of course, absolutely awesome because basically free, basically instantaneous. Much more user-friendly than using the main chain for Bitcoin, which is slow. The transaction can take like an hour, and of course that transaction can cost a few dollars per transaction, which is not the best if you're trying to buy a cup of coffee or, lunch or something like that. Suddenly you go from like, well, I'm just going to pay for this in Bitcoin to like, well, what, now I got to pay an extra, $10 to get this cup of coffee? I'm not going to do it, right? This helps bring us mainstream adoption in a serious way. They also partner up with Black Hawk Network, that is a company that does gift cards and prepaid debit cards. Also a really cool partnership, not as big as the first two, mind you, but still a cool partnership for Strike to be getting. This helps with Bitcoin adoption. This helps particularly with Bitcoin Lightning Network adoption, which is how Bitcoin goes mainstream with the Lightning Network. That's how regular people are going to use Bitcoin on a day-to-day basis. Now we just have to convince people to actually use their Bitcoin for stuff. But I am optimistic about the future of Bitcoin payments. People are going to be playing play-to-earn games. People are going to be, buying Bitcoin just to hold it. We have more than 300 banks in the US, for example, that have announced their intentions to integrate Bitcoin buying and selling at the bank by the end of the year. People are going to be buying Bitcoin. It's going to be a regular part of their day-to-day lives. And now it's been made easier than ever before to be able to spend that Bitcoin when, of course, you have some profits on it in the future. If you want to spend your Bitcoin, I'm going to be hodling mine personally. I'll spend my dirty fiat on a cup of coffee. But still, this is absolutely awesome for adoption. Also, we see Robinhood is adopting the Bitcoin Lightning Network. So in other Lightning Network news, this is absolutely really exciting. There's about 2 million people right now who have signed up for the Robinhood crypto wallet. So people want to have the real assets. Robinhood for a long time has been letting people trade cryptocurrencies, but not get the actual asset in their hands, not get a hold of their private keys. Well, that's about to change for Robinhood. And now they're letting people withdraw straight to the Lightning Network, which again, massive for adoption. You see, before it was kind of all like, well, okay, yeah, sure, I can get, my Bitcoin on Robinhood and withdraw it to my Lightning wallet. What am I going to do with it once it's there? Now you can use it to spend at a wide variety of places. Because the previous news story we just covered. And of course, Robinhood is not the only one, although it's a very mainstream stock trading app that also offers crypto. And now the Bitcoin Lightning Network is super cool. We've seen a lot of the big cryptocurrency exchanges also integrating with the Bitcoin Lightning Network, which is obviously great for adoption. Now, let's get into the second half of the news, which is just some absolutely massive stories here. So first, let's talk about the news coming out of Mexico, where it seems that a senator in Mexico is going to be proposing legislation within the next 2 months to make Bitcoin legal tender in the country. Now, this is something we've actually covered on the channel before, but apparently that's still happening. She's still pushing forward with that. And she's also going to be meeting with the president of Mexico to discuss making Bitcoin a legal tender in the country. Now, this would be absolutely just beyond belief big if this ends up happening. Mexico is the 16th biggest economy in the world. It was cool when El Salvador did it. Somebody has to be first, right? But if Mexico does it, this is game-changing beyond belief. Suddenly, we're talking about one of the world's top 20 economies adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. Would just blow the roof off of crypto in general, man. It would just, if El Salvador's news was able to push Bitcoin up to $69,000, what do you think Mexico, the 16th biggest economy in the world, legalizing Bitcoin as legal tender would do? It would be massive. And we start to think about a world where we have options for countries. All these countries around the world that have been under the dominance of the US dollar system, under the dominance of the SWIFT network, suddenly have options to trade between themselves using Bitcoin. Right? You don't have to use the SWIFT network anymore. SWIFT network literally cancels entire countries. The SWIFT network and all the legacy payment systems of, the powers that be currently, they cut off people if you say the wrong thing politically. They cut off corporations if they take money or work with the wrong people. It's a broken system. Bitcoin is going to open up a wide range of services to people in all kinds of countries around the world that have not been serviced by the big economies. Bitcoin is a life raft for all these people in all these countries, and it re-empowers all of these economies in a very, very serious way. And then, of course, once Russia starts accepting Bitcoin for oil, man, 2022 could be a crazy year, without a doubt. Other adoption news as well. We saw Honduras making an announcement that the Honduran Special Economic Zone called Prospera is also going to be adopting Bitcoin as legal tender, which is very, very exciting if you ask me. Now, we did have some rumors out of Honduras previously. Those appeared not to be totally true. Obviously, there was some move towards a Bitcoin legal tender situation within Honduras, so that's absolutely awesome. This is just a special economic zone. It's not the entire country, but perhaps this is the start of something that'll be much bigger. We see the special economic zone in 2022, and in 2023, the whole country goes, well, that's been going pretty well. Let's just do it for the whole damn country. let's stop living under the dominance of the US dollar. Let's hop on board and do what El Salvador did. Do what Mexico did. If Mexico does it, obviously. It could move real fast. Nobody wants to be first, but nobody also wants to be last. You can see a real fast move of adoption by a lot of countries, especially when they already start with these pilot programs like we see in Honduras. The final story for today, the island of Madeira in Portugal also adopting Bitcoin in a very serious way. So they came out and said that they're going to be basically allowing for Bitcoin to be used as currency in a very liquid way on the island. Essentially that there will be no income tax on Bitcoin, and that there will be no tax when buying or selling products using Bitcoin, which is really great for Bitcoin adoption on the island. Obviously, we see people like, the president of Madeira looking and saying, man, we got to find ways to bring money in, find economic opportunities for us. And here we go with Bitcoin. It's an opportunity for their tourism industry. It's an opportunity for companies to relocate there, right? They're advertising, well, we've only got a 5% corporate tax rate on the islands, which is really attractive for a lot of companies. It gives them EU access as well. So there's lots of great reasons why people might want to move their businesses there or just go there and enjoy Bitcoin tourism. And even just the local economy can benefit from this in some very serious ways. So just more great adoption news for Bitcoin coming out of the conference this week. So just lots of great stories. I wanted to share those with you real quick. Exciting stuff happening in the Bitcoin world. Anyway, you'll let me know your thoughts on any of these stories down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.